Hey, what's up again, YouTube? PetRock here. Just wanted to kind of have a little 35mm haul from this past weekend. I made a stop at a local Goodwill here in the great city of San Antonio, which is where I hail from, and picked up a few 35mm point and shoot cameras. As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm starting to pick up film photography again. I'm going back to my roots, if you can say, or as you can say, of my photography, and I wanted to pick up a few 35mm point and shoot cameras, or pretty much any camera that I saw, and I walked away with a few cameras. There was this really nice Vivitar camera that I wanted. It was a 35mm focal point, 2.8 lens. Looked cool, looked really cool. It rivaled my Nikon L35AF, but wouldn't power on. I tried as hard as I could. The shutter button just would not go down, and I know sometimes some of these cameras have a trigger to where the shutter doesn't go down. So I had a pair of batteries with me, brand new, just charged, still did not want to work. So I decided to pass on it. It was super cheap. It was only $1.50. But again, it's not worth bringing a camera home if it's just locked up and just does not want to power on. And it's one of those things to where, yes, I could take it apart, figure out the problem, but I was just looking for a point and shoot that I could take, load a roll of film, shoot it through, develop it, scan it, post it, show you my my findings. So I wanted to start off with the first camera that I wanted to show you guys, and it kind of holds a little bit of a close part of my heart, only because it's a Canon. I started off shooting Canon. My very first camera was a Canon AE1, not a program, but an AE1. Thing is built like a tank. And so the camera that I want to show you first, I picked up, and you can still see the price on it for those of you who know Goodwill. You can see it right there, $3.99. Okay, and this particular camera is the Canon Snappy LX. You can see it right there with the, see it right there. So this little camera, again, all of these are 35mm. It actually came with a roll of film that was already shot. I have no idea if I plan on developing this or not. It's a roll of Kodak HD4 24 exposures. It's a C41 process, so I might develop it myself. I have no idea, but it came with it. Nice little point and shoot. Has a flash. Has an okay lens. It's 35mm also. Lens, you can see it right there. It is a 4.5 though. One of the things that I realized after I bought the camera, again it was pretty cheap, was the fact that the flash is always on if it indicates that it requires one, so it can't really do low light because then the flash will fire off. But if you just cover it up, a lot of times I just put a piece of gaffer's tape on there. Takes care of that real quick. So I'm planning on running a roll of Kodak 200 through here. Probably going to try to push the ISO if it's possible through here. I haven't really taken a good look at it, but if it is, I usually push my 200 film to about 400 or 800. So that's the first little camera, $4. Second little camera is a really decent, kind of, not, I mean, a little bit looks like a small little rangefinder kind. It is a Vivitar. It is the P535. Autofocus, 35mm lens, f3.8. Okay, and you can see in the back, $1.99. So far up to $6. Takes AA batteries. Also, that was one of the things also that I wanted to make sure I can still get the battery, so I can just throw in a roll of film, throw in some fresh batteries, get shooting. So I plan on rolling. Probably end up putting through either a Kodak or maybe a Fuji. Not really going to trust any of my Tri-X or my portrait film with these things until I see the type of results that I get. So right there you heard the actual shutter go off. Again, one of these are real simple. Just load the film through the back. There you go. You're good to go. Nice little camera. The last one that I picked up actually came with a case, and it was the most expensive one that I bought. You can kind of see right there. $8.99 for it. However, it was on sale after the $8.99. It was 50% off. So this was one of the most expensive one. It was $4.50. It's an Olympus Trip XB41AF. And for those of you who know, 35mm are the cult following that some of these cameras have. The Olympus Trip 35 One of the original cameras has an amazing cult following, and it does amazing pictures, and that is actually one of the cameras that I plan on trying to pick up. But I picked up its distant relative, distant cousin. This actually does have a roll of film in it right now. I don't think you can see. That turns it on, off, on, off. And you can see in the back with the red light, on, off. Okay. It actually has a roll of Fujifilm. Not sure you can see that, but it has a roll of Fujifilm already in it. I'm already on shot number 4 or 5. The shot counter is a little hard to see. This has an Olympus 27mm f2.8 lens, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't done all the research on it. All I know is that it looked really nice. It's really slim, really pocketable. Another thing that this does also have is it does not allow the flash to be turned off. But again, just going to put a little roll of gaffer's tape or put my finger. Good to go. Okay, so this also has one of the date backs, so you're allowed to put some of that information on here. I have it zeroed out. I don't really care too much for that kind of stuff. But again, this is the third camera. This is what I'm shooting with right now. Just some little point and shoot, or just a little point and shoot camera that I do when I go outside, play with the dogs, things like that. So, and that is about it. I just wanted to go over with you guys some of the cameras that I purchased this past weekend at my local Goodwill. I plan on getting the Fujifilm film developed, if you can say, from the Olympus Trip AF. Hopefully this weekend, and then maybe I can have it scanned and uploaded by sometime next week. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that button below. I plan on bringing you along for the ride with my film my film journey, so that way you guys, if you have any questions, feel free to post them to the comments, and I will try my very best to get back to you within the same day. If not, hopefully by that same evening. Again, if you have anything you want to ask, again, hit me up in the comments below and let me know if you have any further questions. Once again, this is PetRockMedia signing out.